morning, but we don't know why. Everybody's happy, there's no time for feeling blue, and there's nothing you can do except to cock-a-doodle-doo. Golden sun's are dawning, there's no cloud up in the sky. Such a special morning, but we don't know why. Everybody's happy, there's no time for feeling blue, and there's nothing you can do except to cock-a-doodle-doo. No, there's nothing you can do except to cock-a-doodle-doo.
Do you ever wake up feeling that something exciting is going to happen? I know I do. True, I'm often totally wrong, but this morning, still, what do I know? Oh, sorry, I'm Percy, by the way. Percy the post pigeon. Greatest job in the world, being a post pigeon. Bless my feathers, look at the time. I better get on with my deliveries. Ah, there you are, Mrs. Trott. 2 letters today.
Thank you, Percy. Oh dear, they're from the ducks on the mill pond.
More bills? Never mind, Mrs. Trotter. Shirley, we'd like a word.
Oh, morning, Daisy, morning, Maisie.
Did you hear them? They were at it again last night.
Who?
Those French hens, up till midnight, if you please.
What were they doing?
They were doing that really rude dance again. You know that? Doo-doo. It's called the can-can, dear. Well, if it's the can-can, they should keep a lid on it. It's disgusting, those birds cavorting around, showing their feathers to the whole farmyard.
Oh, come on, ladies. We were all young once. I remember when I was a young piglet, I used to dance until my trotters could trot no more.
Well, as senior cows, I have to tell you, we were not amused. That's right. It's an utter disgrace. They're lowering the tone of the farmyard. We're going to have to talk to Shep about it. He'll sort them out. Come on, you lot, quick! Where should we hide? Hurry up or they'll find us. Who brought the blinking washing line? I can't see washing line. I've got someone's knickers on my head. Stop moaning and find somewhere to hide. In the stable. Mind you, it doesn't look as if Shep can sort his own lambs out. Frisky little types. Shep should keep a closer paw on them. Behave yourselves, you lambs! Who's treading on my hooves? Sorry, Mr. Horace. And what do you think you lambs are doing here? We're playing hide and seek with the Trott brothers, Mr. Horace. Let us hide in here, just for a few minutes. Please. It's horses only in this stable. Pretty please. Horses only. Let that dippy donkey live in here. Yes. Well, Derek's different. We're not joking. Is someone talking about me? Morning, Derek! So you're back then. How was the North Pole? Chilly, but that was nothing to eat but junk food. Junk food? In the North Pole? What sort of junk food do you get in the North Pole?
Icebergers. I'm telling you, that's the last time I go there for my morning stroll.
Well, quite right too. So tell me, Derek, where are you going for your morning stroll tomorrow? Is it Spain? France? Germany? Poland? Cradle? I give up. You're going to have to tell me, Derek. Mexico! Hey! Horace, you know very well that Derek isn't going to Mexico tomorrow. That donkey never goes anywhere. Nutty as a fruitcake, he is.
Hush, Daisy. You know Derek is agoraphobic. He couldn't leave a stable even if he wanted to.
That's right, Shirley. He's just an imaginative donkey.
He's just a silly donkey.
Ladies, please. Are you eating it? No! Now you listen to me. As a 5-time winner of the Gold Cup steeplechase, I know what it's like to go out there and be a successful stallion. My stable's brimming with rosettes and cups.
Poor Derek's never going to be able to set a hoof outside of this stable and succeed in anything. But in his imagination, at least he can pretend he was the first donkey to land on the moon.
Don't be ridiculous. I've never been to the moon.
Exactly, that's just what I'm saying.
It was Mars.
Are they nearly here yet?
No! Come on, Derek, help me polish my trophies.
Bonjour, ladies. May I say how ravishing you all look this morning.
Oh, you cheeky rooster.
How charming.
You're such a naughty cockerel.
Renee, we were just discussing your young hens. I think you should really try to.
Oh, my fellow whiskers, I'm late. Now, where could it be? Ah, Monsieur Rabbit, what is the matter? I was supposed to have my washing out this morning, but someone's pinched my washing line. Oh, Mrs. Rabbit's going to get hopping mad when she finds out.
I bet it was those naughty trotter buttons. Those piglets are always, how you say, up to something.
For your information, Renee, my voice had nothing to do with it. Look, Roger, here's your washing line. It was actually those hyperactive lambs again, but I'm sure they meant no harm.
Thank you, Shirley.
Are they nearly here yet?
No! Oh, look, girls, it's Monsieur Rabbit.
Oh la la, bonjour, Monsieur Rabbit.
Oh, hello, girls. Look at his little nose tooting like mad.
What have you got? Hey, you funny bunny. Oh la la, Monsieur Rabbit, how handsome you are. Girls, stop teasing poor Monsieur Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit, what do you think you're doing with those French hens?
Oh, look, girls, a hot cross bunny.
You silly woman! Can't you see the girls were just helping him pick up his washing?
Oh, yes, I see, Renee. I'm sorry, Roger, but I do wish you'd keep away from those French hens. They're so continental.
Shake a tail for the girls. We'll help Mrs. Trotter with breakfast.
Oh, yes, girls. If you wouldn't mind, I need a few eggs and the table laying.
Well, I don't mind laying some eggs, but laying the table might take some time.
You see what I mean, Roger? Far too continental.
Yes, dear.
Now, come along. We've got to put the washing back on the line.
Yes, dear.
Now, Renee, this is the exact sort of thing we've been talking about.
Those hens are just feathery floozies.
My dear mademoiselles, the girls are just having a little fun. And to show there are no hard feelings, how about joining me for an aperitif in my cocktail bar on the hen house? Of course.
Oh, Renee, a pair of teeth. How sophisticated.
You know, it's those Trotter brothers you should really be complaining about.
That's true. Those piglets are always running wild,
Playing pranks.
and eating too much.
Oi, buddy, over here! Come on, Monty, give it back, please.
Chuck it back, Monty.
Give it back, Welly. I'll tell Mum. I'll tell Mum. Frankie, you're such a runt.
Are the new...
Breakfast time, Wellington Guy Francis. Come on.
There you go, loser.
What's for breakfast, Mum? I hope it's rotten cabbage.
I hope it's cold custard.
I
hope it's lots.
Right, lambs, wherever you're hiding, come out now.
We're not here.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, Mum.
I've told you before, Lenny, I'm not your mum. I'm a sheepdog, for goodness sake.
Well, we were playing hide and seek with the pigs.
Those pigs are a bad influence on you. I don't know why you always have to play with them.
They're really good fun. Well, except for Frank.
And what's wrong with Frank?
He prefers reading to mucking about. That pig's a real bore.
Well, if you ask me, Frank's the only one of them with any sense. He might actually make something of himself one day. Now you lambs, listen to me. If you get into 1 ounce of trouble, I won't let you go to the harvest feast tomorrow. Understand?
Oh, Mum.
Is the harvest feast tomorrow?
Yes, old chap. Opening of the harvest fair. The biggest feast. The most delicious food.
The crispiest
The
vegetables.
finest wine.
Best French cognac.
And lots of lovely grub.
Grub. Typical. No appreciation of quality. You pigs will eat anything.
It's not the sort of rubbish you'd find in your pig school bucket.
Us pigs have a very refined palate. In fact, I think we should open up our own restaurant, eh, Welly?
That's right, the hog hole, serving the finest pig swill in the whole countryside. Pigs will? Well, I won't be dining there, and that's for sure.
Don't be so hasty, sir.
Please take a seat and allow us to tell you some delicious specials on our menu today.
Stale bread, fish head, cold custard and cheese.
In a 3-star piggy diner, you'll find treats like these. Spud peel,
Diced ale,
brown cabbage and cake. Eat the lot, that's our suggestion. Just ignore your indigestion. Who'll eat anything at all? It's nature's cool. Who'll eat you out of house and style your stable? Who'll eat anything until they've had their fill? Who'll eat anything? Will eat anything? Who'll eat anything? Pigs will.
well, sir, you obviously enjoyed your first course.
So why not pig out and choose something from our dessert menu? Old pies,
3 flies,
4 turnip surprise. You miss there, but soon your belly's bigger than your eyes. Don't moan, don't groan, your feelings flow. Simply loosen up your belt, sir, and take 50 Alka-Seltzer.
Who'll eat anything at all? It's nature's cool. Who'll eat you out of house and style your stable? Who'll eat anything until they've had their fill? Who'll eat anything? Will eat anything? Who'll eat anything? Pigs will. Rubber will eat. Pigs will. Pigs will. Royal Pigs will. Pigs will.
Come along, Monsieur de Beat. It's clocking out time. You've had enough cognac to sink a swan.
You're a very lovely chap, you know.
Yes, I know. Good night, Monsieur de Beat. Girls, see him stiffly hop.
Come on, you silly bunnies. He's a very lovely chap, you know.
Yes, we know.
And you're a very lovely chap too.
Merci, Monsieur Rabbit.
Whoops. Oh la la. Careful, Monsieur Rabbit. I don't want you to lose your balance again.
Good night, Montgomery. Good night, Wellington. Good night, and good riddance.
There you are. Thought you'd be here. Mum will get mad when she finds out.
And who's going to tell her? You little squealer.
She thinks you've been to your bricklaying classes.
Bricklaying. Why would we want to do that? We don't need to know how to build a house. We live with Mum.
That's right, she cooks for us, cleans for us, we've got it easy.
You can't stay at home all your lives. Surely you want to go out and explore the world. Make something of yourselves.
We are the most fun, popular animals in the farmyard. Everyone loves us. Why should we leave? We're somebody's round here. It's you who's a nobody.
So what are you planning to do that's so amazing, Frankie?
Well, I'm going to invent things and have my own business and a little semi-detached house and a family and a wife.
You who never want to marry a boring little runt like you.
You know why he's so stupid, don't you?
Why?
Because he's an ignorant.
They're right. What do I know? I'm just the runt. I wish I was somebody like them, but I'm not. I'm just a nobody.
better and I could be someone who's never wrong. Then they would listen as I sang my songs. Somebody, then I'd belong.
I can't believe they just left it sitting there. The whole feast is just asking to be eaten.
Come on, let's tuck in. Then I'll go to need all this food. You can't do that. That's a harvest feast.
Are you still here? Why don't you just trot along home to Mummy?
Stop it. If Shep finds out, he'll... All right. Come on, we'll let you have some too. No, I'm taking the stuff back right now.
Over here, they went this way.
What on earth?
Frank, Wellington, Montgomery, what do you think you're doing?
It wasn't... You stole our harvest feast. It's disgusting.
No, actually, it's rather tasty.
Want a bit? You swine. But Roger, it wasn't.
What's going on? Your piglets have stolen our harvest feast.
Boys, how could you? But Mum, it wasn't. I told you those piglets were up to no good.
You pig thieves! You hamburgers!
But it wasn't.
That's enough. I'm sorry, Shirley, but they've gone too far this time. First thing in the morning, I want your 3 piglets packed and ready to leave.
But Shep, you surely don't mean...
I'm afraid so, Shirley. I'm throwing them off the farm for good.
Prisoner 24601, stand up. Come on, get a move on. Officer Mackenzie, good morning. You know, it's your kind, gentle greeting, which makes each day in prison a little more bearable. Don't try to be clever with me, Mr. Wolf. I've got my eye on you. How lovely. And please don't be so formal like that. Call me Phoebe. Everyone else does. Mr. Wolf, you may pull the wool over other people's eyes, but I know exactly what you are. You're a vile, vicious, granny-bashing, child-eating, homicidal maniac. Oh, you flatter. Well, Professor Fruitmeat and his nurse are here to see you again. They still think they can turn you into a vegetarian. Poppycock, I know your sort, and your sort never changes. A wolf can't change its spots, you know. This way, Professor. I'll be outside if you need me. And remember, Wolf, I've got my eye on you.
Good morning, Mr. Wolf. And how are we today?
Oh, fine, thank you, Professor. Everything's tickety-boo.
Excellent. Now, before we start our final session together, we'll just give you the usual health checks. Nurse Knightley, if you would be so kind.
Oh, certainly, Professor. Oh, Mr. Wolf, what big eyes you have. All the better to see you with, my dear. Oh, Mr. Wolf, what big ears you have. All the better to hear you with, my dear. Stick out your tongue, please. Oh, Mr. Wolf, what a big tongue you have. Pardon? I say, all the better to taste vegetable lasagna with, my dear.
Excellent. Now, nurse, place the brainwave transducer on the patient's head, please.
Yes, Professor. He's so masterful. Transducer in place, Professor.
Excellent. Now, switch on the current. And now, for the final focus on the car and listen to my voice. Cow. Chicken. Sheep. Donkey. Horse. Dog. Rabbit. Switch off the transducer. We are finished.
Is that it? Is he really cured, Professor?
There's only one way to find out. We shall test them.
Professor Fruitnoot, so good to meet you at last. I'm Mr. Jinx, Chief Warden at Lockham Up Prison. And how's Mr. Wolf's treatment going?
Mr. Jinx, you joined us at a very opportune moment. We have just completed the final therapy session of Mr. Wolf. and I believe he is completely cured.
Now, Professor, we must be careful here. Mr. Wolf is a high-security prisoner. He's in here for the attempted gobbling up of a young girl and her grandmother. We can't take any chances.
After today, Mr. Briggs, I don't think Mr. Wolf will ever gobble up another animal again.
You mean he's a vegetarian?
It's a miracle. Isn't he just amazing? Poppycock.
I beg your pardon?
Poppycock. I'm sorry, sir, but this treatment is just a load of old baloney. Everyone knows leopards don't change their spots, naughty boys don't change their pants, and wolves don't change their ways. Dr. Fruitcake here doesn't know what he's talking about.
How dare you! Now, Mackenzie. Professor Fruitner is the leading scientist in his field.
Well, there we are then. I mean, what decent scientist has to work in a field?
He's a genius, you imbecile. He's magnificent.
Yes, thank you, Nurse Nigel. And now for a final test. Offer Mr. Wolf a sandwich.
Would you like beef, lamb, or cucumber?
Beef? Lamb? Don't be so revolting. I'll have cucumber. Thanks. I don't believe it. That's marvellous.
It's a miracle.
And now, as a final test, what would you do if you saw an old granny in the woods?
Well, I'd have her for dinner, alongside with a nice Chianti.
You see, what did I say? Total poppycock. That wolf is as big and bad as ever.
My dear fellow, I merely meant I'd invite the old dear round for a bite to eat and a glass of wine. Well, that settles it. He's totally cured. Congratulations, Professor. This is a triumph for modern science. And it's for you, Mr. Wolf. I'm delighted to grant you unconditional release.
You mean?
That's right, you're free to go. Wonderful.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Poppycock.
Hello again. You know, doing me round and I meet all sorts. The high and mighty, the meek and lowly, the normal, the unusual, and the downright weird. But every now and then I have to deliver to creatures I would rather not meet, especially in a deserted wood like this one. Take these two chaps, for example. Mountain Mowbray, dirtiest rats around. Used to work for B.B. Wolf himself till was caught and thrown into the slammer. By the looks of this postmark, the letter must be from B.B. Wolf himself. Let's hope he's telling them he's in for a long stretch.
What's you got there then?
I don't know.
Looks like a letter. Where did you get it?
I don't know.
Well, who's it from?
I don't know.
Well, don't you think you should open it and find out then?
I don't know.
Just give it here. It's from B.B. Wolf.
What does it say?
It says he's been released and he wants to meet up.
Who is?
Us.
Where?
Here.
When?
Now.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Ah! Baby, it's great to see you again after all this time. Isn't it great to see you, Mr. Wolf Mountain?
Brilliant.
We were just saying how much we've missed you and the things we used to get up to in the good old days, weren't we, Melton?
Brilliant.
The protection racket, the muggings, the granny bashings, eating animals left, right and centre. It was all so
brilliant. Well, my friends, that was all in the past. My time in prison has allowed me to conceive a wonderful new project. A clever scheme, truly worthy of my talents. I'm going to...
mug a cow, eat a cow, steal a cow, steal a whole herd of cows and then eat them.
No. Eat a cow? Don't be so disgusting. I'm going to open my very own vegetarian restaurant.
Vegetarian?
Brilliant. fun while you've been away. Mrs. Trot had to say goodbye to her 3 piglets, Montgomery, Wellington and Frank. To be honest, I don't think anyone wanted Frank to leave, but strangely enough, he seemed real happy about it. Anyway, Mrs. Trot asked me to keep an eye on them for her, and that's something I'm really good at. I may be pigeon-toed, but I'm eagle-eyed. So, this is the spot they've chosen to live, Rasher Row. Of course, they could not agree on what sort of house they wanted to live in. Montgomery wanted a thatched cottage, Wellington wanted a log cabin, and Frank wanted a 3-bedroom semi-detached. So they've all been building their own sweet home.
There's a quilt up on the bed on which to rest your weary head of softest feather. There's a thatch up on the roof and that'll keep it waterproof in any weather. In my small country cottage, I'll be happy on my own, for I'm building a new home, sweet home. There's a rug up on the floor and heavy curtains at the door and at the windows. There's a fire red and rosy just to keep you warm and cozy when the wind blows. In a sturdy log cabin, I'll be snuggled up alone, for I'm building a new home, sweet home. I'm building brick by brick with mortar good and strong and thick to make it stronger. Although work is hard and slow, I'm building this way, yes I know I'll take much longer. But my 3-bedroom semi, it was God as firm as stone, for I'm building a new home, sweet home.
Sweet home, your home, sweet home, sweet home, sweet home, your home, sweet home, sweet home, sweet home, your home, sweet home, sweet home, sweet home, your home, sweet home. We are living in a home, sweet home.
Professor,
Yes, Nurse Knightley?
you know what this success means, don't you?
What?
Fame, fortune, international recognition.
Yes, perhaps a knighthood from the Queen.
I knew this would happen. And you can't meet the Queen in your lab coat, can you? So I took the liberty of ordering you the finest, most expensive morning suit money can buy. Amazing for me and the Queen. We're for getting married, then.
Married, Nurse Knightley? What a superb idea.
Oh, Professor!
Yes, I'm so successful that the Queen will want to marry me. Now, have you collected all of the equipment?
Yes, but wait. What's this on the floor? It's one of your flashcards.
But it can't be. All of the flashcards I use are in my briefcase. Unless this one fell out and I forgot to use it.
So, does this mean that treatment failed, Professor?
No, my dear, it worked. All animals are still safe from Mr. Wolf. All animals, except for one.
All packed and ready to go, Professor?
Ah, Mr. Jinx, we may have an incy-vincy problem.
I knew it! I told you it was all poppycock.
What sort of problem?
Well, it seems that one of the flashcards was missing from today's therapy, and I forgot to use it. Mr. Wolf is still a vegetarian, except when he hears the name of this specific animal, he will instantly have cravings to eat it.
Well, which animal is it?
Pigs.
Pigs?
You mean I've released a pig-eating maniac back into the community? I don't believe it. You should be ashamed of yourself.
But my treatment is a breakthrough in modern science.
A breakthrough? Your treatment's just a load of
Poppycock?
Precisely! Professor Fruit, you're a disgrace to your profession.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Mackenzie, we are going to reach out to that wolf immediately.
Yes, sir.
And as for you, clear us out my prison. I'll see to you you'll never work in this town again.
It's okay, Professor. It's okay. Can I cancel the morning school?
What's going on now? I'm trying to open a restaurant here.
It's that new chef you hired, baby. Here's Loopy.
Gordon Ram is the finest chef in the world.
Then why does he keep chucking plates at us? I tell you, he's Loopy.
Don't be silly. I'm sure it was just an accident.
Really? Watch this. Hi, Gordon. I like your chef's hat. See what I mean? Totally Loopy. He even threatened to put us two in the pot and cook us for dinner.
Don't be silly. What dinner can you make with two rats?
Ratatouille.
All right. Just leave the cooking to him. We've got big fish to fry. The Cabbage Calf opens tomorrow, and I want everything to be perfect. I've tasted the cabbage soup, the cabbage pie, the cabbage souffle. What's the matter now?
Sure, that cabbage is good for you, baby.
You should try it, Malton. A diet of cabbage is never to be sniffed at.
You're telling me?
Let's get to the checklist. Knives, check. Forks,
Check.
tablecloths, check. What about the electricity?
The electricity supply is working fine.
And the gas?
Your gas supply seems to be working well, too.
Which just leaves the problem of my grand dish of the day. Something to impress the local customers.
Don't know why you're bothering. The folk around here won't appreciate it. They're all a load of tasteless pigs.
Pigs?
That's it. My grand dish of the day.
What?
Hog roast.
I thought you were vegetarian.
Thought you'd changed and become good.
I have changed. I'm not big and bad anymore. And I am a vegetarian. I just seem to have this strange desire to eat pigs.
Pigs?
Yes, go and get me some pigs. Lots of big, fat, juicy pigs.
Brilliant.
Great. Pork's back on the menu and Beefy Wolf is back to his big bad self.
Bad? Just because I like pork doesn't make me a bad wolf. Oh, why can't they understand? I get howling mad when they call me bad. Can't a wolf be changed? True, I was a big bad wolf and emotions are hard to take. I'm not as bad as they paint me. I'm just a dog and mistake. I'm not as bad as they paint me. It's all just gossip and vicious talk. I'm not as bad as they paint me. I'm just addicted to blood. Grannies and small girls in tight red anoraks used to be my favourite kind of meal. Now I'm someone new. I love veggies too, but I'm just one voice. I think things that oink taste rather nice. I'm not as bad as they paint me. I'm not as bad as they say I am. I'm not as bad as they paint me. I just have wafer thin ham. I'm not as bad as they paint me. I just can't wait till the sniping stops. I'm not as bad as they paint me. I'm just a sucker for chops. He's not as bad as they paint him. There's no hallucinations that hard to take. He's not as bad as they paint him. It's just a goddamn mistake. He's not as bad as they paint him. It's still just gossip and vicious talk. He's not as bad as they paint him. I'm just a sucker for chops.
Stop calling me that. I'm not your mum. I'm a sheepdog.
Well, we want to be sheepdogs too.
It'll be fun. I've already said no. Ah, Lenny, what are you doing?
Chewing a bone, Mum.
That's my leg, Lenny. Look, for the last time, I'm not going to train you to be sheepdogs.
But we just want to be like you, Mum.
Look, I've been working on my growl. You just give it to rest. Honestly, you're all balmy.
Hey, we're not all balmy, Mum. No, all barking.
Quiet, stop being so silly. Leave me alone, stop it.
Are you ready yet, Jarek?
Nearly, Horace.
Well, get a move on. The 2:30 from Kempton is on the wireless in 5 minutes.
Right, all set. Clear for takeoff, squadron leader. Chucks away, old chap.
And remind me, Derek, where are you off to this time?
I'm off to join the RAF.
Of course you are, Derek.
I'll be a magnificent mule in my flying machine. And when those baddies swarm in their planes, I won't half give them a shock. You know what they'll shout when they see a donkey hovering in midair, just waiting for attack.
Pinata?
No, they'll shout retreat. It's daring Derek the donkey. I'll go up the up, down to the down, and loop the loop 50 times.
Loop the loop 50 times. Are you sure you can do that, Derek?
Yes, oh yes, Horace. I'm the loopiest donkey around.
Well, you said it. Have a nice time. And remember, if you crash, land on something soft, like your head.
I told you, dear, I'm perfectly capable of hanging the washing out on my own.
Well, after flight, I'm not giving those French hens another chance to get their claws into your undertrunks after last night at the cocktail bar.
I've already explained about that, Rosie dear. I felt a bit peckish as the hens invited me in for a bowl of porridge.
Well, you'll be getting your oats from home from now on. Oh look, here they come. Just keep walking and don't drop your pants.
Hello, Rennie. Hello, girls. Come and chew the cud with us.
Ah, the delightful Moose sisters. Enchanté, mademoiselles.
We wanted to thank you and the girls for such a wonderful time last night.
Our very first hen night. Who would have thought we'd ever dance the can-can?
You certainly were dowry dancing queens, ladies.
You know, I haven't moved so much in years.
Not me, dear. I really made my milkshake.
Well, I danced so much I overheated, and now I've got evaporated milk.
Poor Shirley, she really misses her boys. Has she had any news from them yet?
No, not a word. Well, they've got new lives of their own now. Probably forgotten all about us.
Well, you know what us cows say. The grass is always green on the other side.
Poor old Mrs. Truck. For everyone else, life goes as normal, but not for her. She's lost without her boys. Still, it's Harvest Fair tomorrow, and I got a little something that might just cheer her up. How you doing, Shirley?
Oh, hello, Percy. Any news from the boys?
This is your lucky day. 3 letters and no bills.
Wonderful! Dear Mum,
We've all built our houses now. They're all pretty good, but mine's the best, of course. Spacious, comfortable. I don't know why we didn't move out years ago. Haven't worked out how to use the washing machine yet, though.
typical Montgomery never was very domesticated.
Go on.
Monty and I found a brilliant new pub called the Hog's Head. It's great. There's even a picture of me outside. Haven't found time to go shopping though. Is there any chance of sending a food parcel?
Dear old Wellington, always thinking of his stomach.
And what about little Frankie?
I've been busy sorting out the house, and I've installed my new invention in the kitchen to store my pigs well. I'm hoping to sell the idea to a local businessman tomorrow. His secretary is pretty sour with pigtails, and I've invited her to tea next week. And you know what, Mum? You were right. It is really special having a home of your own. Hope you're doing alright. Miss you lots. See you at the Harvest Fair tomorrow. Love, Frank.
Oh, my boys.
Where?
Booth's nightclub, well-known watering hole for local pigs. Is there a gas leak around here?
Don't be silly. It's just something cabbagey simmering around the back.
I think you're right.
So, what about the pigs?
Oh, well, we've been given a tip of about 5 little piggies who often go there. Melton, the photo fit pictures, please.
Oh, yeah, right.
Now, this little piggy went to the market, so he never turned up. This little piggy stayed at home, obviously wanted a night in, the boring runt. This little piggy was eating roast beef, and we know what you like about beef, so we couldn't really abduct him. And this little piggy was a nun. But this little piggy gave him a real fright. In fact, he was so scared, he went wee all the way home.
Made a terrible mess on the pavement.
So, what you're telling me is you haven't managed to abduct a single pig. You two are useless.
Not completely, baby. You see, on the way back, we bumped into a post pigeon. We pinched some of his letters and have a listen to this. Dear Francis, how lovely to hear from my little piglets. Blah, blah, blah. See you all at the Harvest Fair tomorrow.
Bingo, boys, we've hit the jackpot. A whole family of pigs, and I have the perfect spot. Tomorrow we'll go to the fun fair. Then it's hog roast for supper. Brilliant!
lambs are crowding around and falling flat on the ground, and there's a lady who really needs a shave. There is no hand for fun, but a half a ton if you come to the fair today. When the ringmaster calls, the jugglers juggle their balls, and then the acrobats fall onto the stage. Watch them tumble and flip as he cracks his whip. If you come to the fair today, you'll have the hustle, the bustle, the beat of the drum. Feel the music filling the air. It's a world of magic for everyone, with all the fun of the fair. Come to the fun fair, my friends, to where the fun never ends, and everyone there will spend their life away. There is nowhere to go for a better show. If you come to the fair too, come today, hey!
Frances Wellington Montgomery!
Hi, Mum.
Did you bring any food?
I'm starving.
Oh, my boys, I've missed you so much.
Roll up, enter the biggest eating competition in the world. Eat all the food in your bucket and win a prize. Roll up.
Come on, lads, how about it? You look like you could do with a good nosher.
Nosher.
Go on, boys, it's what you do best.
Why not?
Count us in. I'm sure I've seen that chef before, and those rats look rather dodgy. Look, that's him, on the wanted poster. BB Wolf, wanted for gobbling grannies and girls. Extremely dangerous, especially to pigs. I've got to warn them. On your marks, get set, go!
Monty, Twirly, 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 Monty, Monty.
That's Phoebe Wolf and his two rat buddies. They want to eat our pigs. Get them! Get them! Get them! I'll get you, you trying to eat
You nasty evil animal, trying to eat my boys. What disgusting tricks have you got up your sleeve?
this one. Alright folks, come back from the local prison.
At last, Melton and Marlborough, you dirty rats.
I can't believe it. We were nearly eaten by BB Wolf.
Got to Delta Rat.
Hey, don't blame that smell on us. Say goodbye, lads. You're going to be seeing daylight for some time.
I'm sorry, but BB Wolf got away.
Don't worry, madam. You've given him quite a scare. He won't be back this way again, but we'll find him. You can be sure of that. I suggest you all return to your homes.
You heard him, straight home to Rash's Road, and look, you guys are
So now I know just where to go. It's Rash Road. Ho, ho, ho! Now, just in case there are any kids in the audience getting a little bit scared or worried, I'm here to tell you that some good news and some bad news. You see, BB Wolf has a bad case of asthma, and there was no way he was ever going to be able to put a house down. But the clever creature has designed a new weapon that can harness the power of his overflatulent bowels. A wind machine that can harness the power of his overflatulent bowels and blast them at anyone or anything. I know, it's disgusting, but I did warn you.
let me come in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I won't let you in. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down. Little pigs, let me come in. Not by the hairs of my chinny chin chin.
We won't let you in.
Well then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down. Little pigs, let me come in. Look, do you think we're stupid or something? Do you really think you just ring on my doorbell and ask to come in? And I'll say, oh yes, me old homicidal mate, come in for a cup of tea and a bacon butty? I don't think so. Well then, I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down.
Good building, mate. Well done.
Well, at least one of us went to our bricklaying classes. There's more than one way to skin a pig. Hey, Frank, what's he doing? Sounds like he's on the roof.
What's he doing up there?
I'm coming down the chimney. I think he's coming down the chimney.
But Frank, you haven't got a chimney, have you?
No, this place has got central heating. It must be the street leading to the pig swell.
We heard those terrible noises all the way from the farmyard. We came as quick as we could.
Is he here? That wolf?
I think you'll find him in the kitchen.
We've got him this time.
But boys, what about your lovely houses? They're destroyed.
Don't worry, Mum. Frank will help us build some better ones.
He's the expert. It's time we started listening to him.
That's right. Quick, keep swimming, Derek. Mind the shark.
He thinks he's on a diving holiday in Florida. He doesn't know he hasn't left the stable yet.
Come on, keep swimming. He seems to have had a bit of a bump on the head, Mr. Jinx. What is this stuff? It's tasty. It's delicious. It's Pigswill? Pigswill?
There, Mr. Wolf. I think we need to get you back to your nice cosy self. Come along.
I want the recipe. Give me the recipe. I need the recipe. Sorry, Mr. Wolf. That's Trotter's brother's trade secret. But we don't mind sharing with our friends. Hey, boys? Let's do it, Frankie.
Bread, fish head, cold custard and cheese. In a 3-star piggy diner, you'll find treats like these. Some peel, diced eel, round cabbage and cake. Eat the lot, that's our suggestion. Just ignore your indigestion. We'll eat anything at all. special morning, but we don't know why. Everybody's happy, there's no time for feeling blue, and there's nothing you can do except to cock-a-doodle-doo. Golden sun's a dawning, there's no cloud up in the sky. Such a special morning, but we don't know why. Everybody's happy, there's no time for feeling blue, and there's nothing you can do except to cock-a-doodle-doo. No, there's nothing you can do except to cock-a-doodle-doo.
Well done, girls. That was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed seeing the show for the first time all the way through, and it's such a shame we haven't got mums and dads here, but in a few days' time, the mums and dads are going to be at home with all of these wonderful girls having a special premiere of the show. So that's something to look forward to. And we've got an audience this morning, which is Form 5. I hope you really enjoyed it. Shall we give Form 6 another really big clap? Now Form 6, Miss O'Hare is always so clever at her casting, and I have to say she's done a spot-on job, hasn't she, at matching all of you to the right character in the story. So that's been brilliant, and we know you very well by now, Form 6, all your different quirks and ways, and it's been brilliant to see you having a great time doing the show. They've worked incredibly hard, Form 6, this year, under very, very tough conditions, not being able to do lots of the things they would normally do, but this is something that Form 6 always do at the spring term, is to do their big show, their big moment. So I'm so proud of all of you. Really, really well done, and my biggest congratulations on pulling off Oink.